This guy, and this guy are three members of a gang of corrupt police officers who held us up, intimidated us, and extorted us for money at the Romanian border.
They want money.
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Let's start from the beginning. It's day 23 of trying to cross Europe starting with just a penny. I'm in Budapest right now. I've just checked out my hostel and grabbed some breakfast, which has left me with £49.20. I've only got 8 days left to get to Istanbul. So today I'm trying to hitchhike as far as I can out of here. Hopefully deep into Count Dracula's nation, Romania. Now I'm in Eastern Europe, making money is a lot harder. So I'm trying to save my £49.20 by not paying for transport, hitchhiking instead, by not paying for hostels, sleeping rough instead, and hopefully that will keep me fed until I get to the gateway to Asia. So let's get a bus to the outskirts of the city and put our thumb out. Thank you. We've reached the outskirts of Budapest. There's a road heading southeast towards Romania. Just need to figure out where to hitchhike from. Boy, it's boiling. This is the road we're looking for. This road heads southeast towards Romania and Serbia. The only problem is, look at the speed of the car. They ain't spotting me in time to slow down, but I'm gonna trust the Hitchhiker's Wiki, who said this bus stop just opposite the Citroën Centre is a good place to hitchhike. Bloody hot though. And this Muppet forgot to fill his water. So we'll see how this goes. I've got this manky sketchbook from Prague. So first things first, let's write a sign. That was rubbish. Ran out of space, right, let's try that again. Got my sign, Szeged, that's a little town just on the border, near Serbia, near Romania. That's a safe bet, I reckon. And the sun gods have blessed me by going in a little bit. Let's see if it's easier to hitch in Hungary than it was in Western Europe. The other problem is, anyone coming up this slip road, their vision is obscured by this bush, so they don't see me till the last minute. This might not be a great spot. The cars coming on here are going so fast, there's no way they're going to stop by there. So I guess my only hope is to catch someone coming on this slipway here. Hitchhiking here was meant to be easier than Western Europe, but I don't think it is. No one even acknowledges me. At least in Western Europe, they wouldn't pick me up, but they'd nod or wave apologetically. Here they just ignore me. Let's see what's just round here. That might be easier. The thing with this spot is they think they're going straight on the road. They don't really know if there's somewhere to spot. It's not obvious that there's a bus stop there for them to stop at. I guess we'll go back to the other spot. Yeah, toasty weather. Still no one's picking me up. Obviously, that's why I'm still here. Hello. Thank you so much. Are you going to Szeged?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I was beginning to think no one was going to pick me up.
Where are you going? Where are you from?
I'm from England.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to cross to Istanbul eventually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Is it okay if I put you in the video? I make
no.
a YouTube video. No worries.
No.
We got our first lift. A lovely opera singer picked us up. She didn't want to be filmed, and she's taken me all the way down to Szeged. I've got off at a service station just before the city of Szeged and just before the road splits, east to Romania or south to Serbia. I think Romania will be a lot easier to hitch, so I've done a sign saying Romania. Hopefully we have some more good luck. We've got ourselves some mighty fine water courtesy of those toilets. Here's the exit, so I shall stand diligently with my Romania sign, even though I think most of the traffic is going Serbia. But hey, we will try our best. 2 interactions, 2 waves. I've got a good feeling about this. I don't think this will take long at all, although I've said that before. Everyone's giving me friendly waves, but there's not much traffic, so this might be a bit harder than I thought. But hey, we will get there. Today we're getting to Romania. We've already made it almost out of Hungary. Well, we're in the very southeast. You can't get much more southeast than we've got. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Big fat no from that guy. It's been over an hour, no luck. And the heat is really starting to get to me. It's bloody boiling, but there's no shade anywhere. So if I want to be seen, I gotta stand here in the sun. Woo! Starting to feel a bit delirious, a bit lightheaded. Oh. And we're only getting a vehicle every 10 minutes or so. Oh, nice little breeze. Oh, that's the stuff. It was getting so sweaty, my balls were literally sticking to my thighs. Too much information. It's literally been 20 minutes since the last car passed, and we've only got 4 hours left of daylight. So a car every 20 minutes and 4 hours, that's 12 cars. What are the odds that one's gonna pick us up? Not very likely. I might be staying the night in those bushes. Hey, come on, be positive, Kat. Be positive. The next car's picking me up. Watch this. Literally the only bit of shade is off this lamppost, so I'm taking full advantage of that. It's a thin stretch, but mighty. Oh, please just someone pick me up.
And this is when things started to go wrong, where we would be held up at the Romanian border for 5 hours and extorted for cash by the police. We got to the Romanian border and handed our passports over. They held our documents for ages whilst I munched on some cherries kindly given to me by my drivers. We were eventually told to pull over to the side and were surrounded by police officers. The couple driving me were pulled out the car.
We're stuck at the border into Romania. These two have been pulled out of the car. Not sure what's going on.
They were refusing to let us through. All our documentation was in order, as was the cars. There was only one explanation for the hold-up, as my driver informed me.
Everything good? Ah, Romani, right. Racist, fascist. Yeah. Ah, they want money. They ask you for money, the police. Police want money. Me? I don't have money, no.
All the other traffic was being let through with barely a second glance.
They go straight through. All of them, no problem, no problem.
They wanted money to let us through. My driver reckoned it was because they were Romani. The police had a bully-like, almost mafioso demeanour. They were on a total power trip. I asked to go to the toilet a number of times and they said there wasn't one.
Do you have a toilet there? I don't know, okay.
Eventually I was told there was one in the station and to go and ask.
I can go here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Thank you.
Go ask him.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have toilets?
No, we don't.
In the restaurant, maybe?
I asked and they said no. They told me there was one around the corner.
Try over there.
Thank you.
But there wasn't one there either.
No. I'll have to wait.
Back and forth they sent me on a wild goose chase looking for a toilet that didn't exist. Well, it did exist, they were just purposefully pointing me in the wrong direction. This mess around showed their disdain for us, but I got off lightly. Their treatment of the Romani couple was far worse than the schoolboy bully humiliation rituals they showed me. I had heard that Romani people were heavily persecuted in Romania, but I wasn't expecting to see it so viscerally and unmistakably immediately at the border. Pure hatred and contempt emanated from these cowards. I call them cowards because there were 5 or 6 of them, big lads with guns and batons on their belts, pushing their weight around with innocent people who couldn't do anything about it. To me, that shows men of no virtue, lacking as much in morals as intelligence. I couldn't understand the conversation, but the utter scorn in their voices was undeniable. They stood intimidatingly close, in aggressive macho stances, and you could just tell they were the type that would take any excuse to get violent, especially with a male driver.
On the police car.
As time went on, it became crystal clear to me. They had a problem with the couple because they were Romani, and they wanted money to let us through.
They want money.
Minutes turned into hours, and the intimidation tactics didn't ease up, nor did their condescending laughter. After a few hours of asking and misdirecting me multiple times with smirks on their faces, they eventually told me where the toilet really was.
this one? Thank you.
There'd been one right by the car the whole time. Their sheer contempt for the Romani couple didn't waver for a single second of the 5 hours we ended up being held up. We were there so long, the original guards clocked off and were replaced by the night shifters. Dozens, if not hundreds of other cars were waved through within seconds, the only common denominator being that they were non-Romani folk. They held our IDs and my passport hostage, so it wasn't like I could move on without them and try hitch another lift. Eventually, after hours of discussion and intimidation, the lady was taken to an ATM, got some cash out and paid them off to let us through.
Battery dead. We push. We eventually got going, changed some cash over for lei, and made our way to the city of Arad. Well, after 5 hours stuck at the border, I've made it to the Romanian town of Arad. I have no idea whether this is a safe or a dodgy town, and after today's madness, I've decided to get a room. Is this a sensible financial decision, considering I only have £48.18 to my name? Absolutely not, but I'm doing it anyway. If I was in the countryside, I'd sleep rough, but in the middle of a town that I don't know, I'm getting a room. Luckily, hotel rooms are blooming cheap here, and I found one for 100 lei, which is £17.21. That's cheaper than a bed in a hostel in Western Europe. This leaves me with £30.97 to last the next 7 days until I get to Istanbul, which is a budget of £4.42 a day. So we're gonna be on the breadline for the next week, but I'm telling myself it's worth it. It's a 20-minute walk through this dodgy looking area. So let's get a jiffy on. Not bad for 17 squidaroonies. It's gone midnight now and all food options are closed. So it looks like we're fasting again tonight. For every subscriber I gain this month, I'm donating a seed to help people who can't put food on the table learn to grow their own veg and become self-sustaining. So click those buttons, you know what to do, and I'll see you legends in the morning.